Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Warframe Wednesdays. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878. And today I'd like to talk about the recent announcement that the next part of Specters of the Rail, aka Update 19, is not going to be released this week, and it will be, in fact, it's going to be delayed. But I'd also like to update you guys on a few other things. That'll be towards the end of the video. For the topic at hand, though, with Specters of the Rail being delayed, this really shouldn't come as a tremendous shock to everyone, especially people who have been around for a number of months and a number of updates. Most veteran players almost expect this kind of behavior from DE. Generally, if DE says, yes, we're going to release X update on Y day, be ready for it, you can almost, it's incredible, you can almost guarantee that the update or that hotfix isn't going to be out that day. They very rarely, which is fine. You know, DE, as much as I want new content, I want the new content to be ready. So if they need to take more time, fine. But they also have a really bad... DE is really terrible at figuring out when release dates should be. And it's actually really funny. A while ago, this was probably last year or maybe even earlier than that, DE was asked at a panel at some point in the past why they don't have fixed release dates for any content, why they don't announce release dates in the future. You know, update 19 would be, you know, would go live in August or something. And I may have even mentioned this in a past video, but DE's response to that question was, well, you know, if DE sets hard and firm release dates and finishes content before that release date, they have to just hold on to it and wait until the release date. And, you know, that's why they want to get the content out to us, the players, as quick as possible, which is why they don't announce hard and firm release dates. I've been playing Warframe for over 2 years, and content has never ever been ready. Even when they say it's going to be ready, it's almost never ready. You know, DE's reason for not setting up hard and firm release dates for content is because they won't make the deadlines. It's not because they're going to finish early. That's the excuse I'm sure they would like the player base to believe. But I mean, I love DE. Great company, and they do listen to their player base as much as they can. And it's absolutely, they cannot stick to a goddamn deadline to save their lives. Which is fine, but don't establish deadlines. DE said in multiple dev streams, maybe not dev streams, multiple forum posts, and I think at least one dev stream, that the next piece of... okay, that's what it was. When they released Lunaro in that forum post, they announced that the next part of Specters of the Rail would be out before the end of June. And the following dev stream, they reinforced that. And now we're in the last Wednesday of June, and they just posted a forum update saying, oh yeah, Specters of the Rail is going to be a few more weeks. Who knows, lol. And it's funny to me because no matter what DE seems to be able to do, they just can't... They can't stay to a schedule at all. And that's fine. I want my Kavats at this point. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about the new... well, of course I care about the new quest. I want the new quests. I want the new gear. I want the new frame. I want all of that stuff, obviously. But Kavats have been teased since Update 18. They were supposed to be in 18, and then they got delayed 2 weeks before the update. and then they were supposed to be an 18.5, but all we got in 18.5 were the enemy Kavats, and I'm just... It's to the point now where it's all I care about. Can we just have Kavats, please? The AI for the Kavats can't be that much different than the AI for the Kubros. I'm sure there's different. I'm sure they're different and enough, anyways. You know, I'm sure there's some work, but we've seen Kavats in game. We've seen screenshots of them wandering around the Lisette and the lander. I need these. I need them. I do. I just... I don't understand. I don't understand what is the problem. I don't understand why we can't have... They've already decided to release one portion of the game early, or one portion of the update early. I don't understand why they can't do that. I don't, maybe it'd be too much. Maybe they don't want to portion it up that much, but I don't know. Maybe Kavats are the whole problem. Maybe Kavats are what's keeping the whole update up. I don't know. But that's that. That's DE again. Another update delayed. This shouldn't be a shocker to anyone. But that's the controversial bit of news this week. What I wanted to talk about in kind of the later half of this episode, which I'm sure all of you are just they're just waiting with bated breath to hear about, is basically the reason why I haven't really uploaded since the Lunaro video. I did a Lunaro, a short first impressions of Lunaro last week, and the reason I haven't made any more videos since then and haven't uploaded anything is because this is all I've been playing Lunaro. That's I have been doing a little bit of some Syndicate stuff and trying to figure out Conclave Syndicate stuff and how that works. It's I guess it works like any other Syndicate, but you know, and I've also been doing some Samaris stuff and finally buckling down on getting my synthesis scans done every day. But I haven't really been doing a whole lot of interesting stuff on Warframe. I have been playing. I'm definitely not you know, inactive or anything. But it's been a lot. It's been a lot of Lunaro. And I have to say that, yeah, the matchmaking sucks, and yeah, there's definitely going to be some changes moving forward that I think would make Lunaro better. But I mean, Lunaro is pretty fun. When matchmaking works, Lunaro is great. You know, when you have a good match. But I've had plenty of matches where... Oh, that was off. I've had plenty of matches where, you know, there's just terrible lag, where, you know, people don't want to cooperate, where people just go AFK, you know, and that pretty much, that's not just Lunaro, obviously, that's pretty much, you know, those are problems in a multiplayer game, period, so it's just that Lunaro, obviously, is PvP instead of PvE, so it's, you know, it's a solid game mode, and if there's anybody out there who hasn't picked it up yet or hasn't started playing it yet, I would highly recommend it. Lunaro is a lot of fun, and I enjoy it greatly. And it helps that the footage you're seeing here is me and my team just destroying these poor kids. It's bad. It's rough. Sad. Ugh, Jesus. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have some plans on some videos moving forward. I'd like to actually do a review of Creeping Terrify, which I know is it's Necros's most recent augment ability augment mod, and I know that's probably super old compared to everybody else. But I just finished putting Forma on him a couple days ago, so I wanted to kind of show that off, because I think Creeping Terrify is a great augment, and it really... Terrify in itself is already a great CC ability, but Creeping Terrify makes it all that much better, and, you know, when built properly, Necros can be a fairly interesting frame. to play, and he's definitely by no means, you know, like great or top tier or anything like that. But he, if properly used, he can be a little bit more interesting than just a desecrate machine. Anyways, so that's going to be it. I also have another episode of Let's Play Warframe Grandpa Edition coming out soon. That will be possibly next week. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be about, but it's actually going to be a three-piece episode. It's going to be, well, it's going to be one episode, but it's going to focus on a group of weapons as opposed to in the past. I've picked a single weapon and done that. So it'll be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it because it's another positive episode, whereas in the past I've had some negative things to say about some gear. I'm looking at you, Boar. Fucking ridiculous. But that's going to be about it for this episode of Warframe Wednesdays, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more coming very soon. I am your host with the most, as always, Francois878, signing off.
Point, sum.